Good morning, and welcome to day three on our devotional for keeping Christmas. The idea really to keep Christ in Christmas, even as we read Charles Dickens, which is a wonderful Christmas story of redemption and understanding and believing in, well, through this book by Allison Pittman and believing in Christ. Um, so that's what we were wanting to do is we're wanting to keep Christmas. And you may notice my different surroundings. I have made it back to the wonderful state of Indiana that I call home, traveling from Tennessee, and I have a proper Christmas season welcome. As I was driving in last night, it started snowing, and I woke up this morning to a bunch of snow. So as you all did. So we got a few inches on the ground, which is beautiful, and so I'm glad to be back in the state of Indiana. And today's devotional, number three, on Tuesday, December 2nd, is called "Good Afternoon, Gentlemen," as we are continuing to meet the characters in the story of A Christmas Carol. Now, we started off with Marley being very dead, and then we met Scrooge. And if you don't know the story, Scrooge and Marley were business partners, and they were money lenders and very greedy money lenders. Marley died 7 years ago on Christmas Eve. And yet, Scrooge didn't bother to take his name off of the door. And Scrooge continues the business. And as we met Scrooge yesterday, he is a covetous old sinner, a miser, just hoards money. Money is everything to him. Well, today we meet his clerk, and his clerk is Bob Cratchitt. And Bob is just a humble man who works for Scrooge and takes an awful lot of abuse by him. And he asks for Christmas Eve off of work, Christmas Day off of work. And Scrooge is reluctant to give him the day off. It's a poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December, but gives him the day off and says, be in here all that much earlier the next day. Um, but Allison Pittman, in her devotional, quotes 1 Corinthians 13:13, and now abides faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. Now that's from the King James Version. You might read it in the NIV, and it says the greatest of these is love. And love and charity, I mean, they go hand in hand. At any rate, Scrooge, she wisely sees that Scrooge is given three opportunities to acknowledge Christmas. First, he is greeted by his nephew Fred, who invites him to Christmas dinner. Next, in his offices, some gentlemen come and ask him to donate to the poor. And this is that horrible response that Scrooge gives and says, donate to the poor, basically. Well, are the prisons closed? Are the workhouses closed? Well, uh, you know, basically telling them that they should just go there, commit some sort of little crime and get arrested and go to prison, and then they'll give they'll have a meal that we pay for with our taxes. And the man collecting says, "Well, they would rather die first." And Scrooge responds and says, "Die? Well, let them do it then, and decrease the surplus population." What a guy, huh? What a Christmas spirit. Well, what a Christmas character this is. He is just a terrible person, and yet um, he is given three chances, and they're here, and Scrooge does not acknowledge Christmas. Oh, I forgot the third one. Let's see. Um, the third one is some bystanders, um, and he basically ignores them as well, of a young boy. So he is just not acknowledging Christmas at all, and he's getting ready to go home, and the next scene is very exciting. But how does this apply to us? Well, Christmas season is a wonderful season for giving. It's a wonderful opportunity. We do that at the church, and now we're involved in the food pantry and the homeless shelter, and we give in the Christmas boxes. These are all wonderful things. Christmas time is a time to open up our hearts to give to others that don't have. And thank you, Salem. I believe you do that. And I'm very happy to be a part of our Christian community. God bless you today. If you haven't got the devotional, loads of time, get it, catch up. It's a wonderful little story. And we'll see you tomorrow.